The rain got us. It absolutely poured down. So here's the Bunbury coastline on a particularly blustery and unpleasant October day. Forecast for tomorrow is considerably better. Well, there you go. It doesn't look overly inviting today, does it? Not at all. There's the boss and his handler. Just check this out. What I've just seen here. I'm not sure what that is, but for a bit of perspective, there's a can, a Jim Beam can, a Coke can, whatever you want to call it. Is that a rat or what? Because that's one hell of a big rat. If that's a rat, well, I've never seen one that big. That's a good foot long. Massive. Very dead, sadly. Or, I don't know, is it sad? I don't know. So this is one of the main streets in Bunbury, we think. Still very windy, and thought it might be a bit less windy here. We're a bit way further away from the coast, but
maybe it just blows straight down the street.
Well, there's definitely a little bit more going on than there is in Waroona and Brunswick Junction, for sure. That's a bit of a work of art, and I hope you can see that past the reflection of the glass, but that's took some time and manipulation, hasn't it, to get that to work like that. I have no special talents, I am only passionately curious. What an interesting place that is. Bits and bobs of everything by the looks of things. Let's push on. The rain got us. It absolutely poured down. We just battled our way back to the van. Everybody's wet through. What are you doing with him?
Just
trying to dry him off. Coats are drying out. Oh, there was nothing nice about that. It was all a pleasant walk, and then suddenly the heavens opened. Can't dry anything now. Oh well.
Everything off.
The joys of travel.
Lie down, no biting.
Okay, so we have just realised we've been sat here, and we went out, as you know, and got soaked. Came back and have been sat here watching telly. It stopped raining, but we've just realised we're actually in the wrong place. There's 2 free stops in Bunbury, and we actually booked both of them for 2 nights each, and then discovered that you're only allowed to book one, and long and short of it is we went to the wrong one. We should be on the other one. So fortunately we've realised in plenty time, it's only 3:30 in the afternoon, so we've not got as far as having the warden knocking on our door saying you're not supposed to be here.
It probably don't work on a Sunday.
Maybe it doesn't, but anyway. So we're moving to the other one. But the flip side, the good point in all this, is that it looks like it's a little bit more away from the road, and we should be able to put the slide out. So it might be a blessing in disguise. So it's only a few minutes down the road. So let's see how we can cock this up. I'm not really sure what made me think then, but it suddenly struck me that we are at the right one, aren't we here? Good job I thought about it. Ah, yeah. Basketball courts. Wow, spaces. Looks to be somebody over 2 there.
Just these, I bet it's just these.
Well, that guy's over 2 there, isn't he? Further up. And we can come on this side here.
Well, they're not though, are they?
What are they? Yeah, they're something else.
Individuals.
They're just parking spaces.
Oh, he's over 2.
He's over 2 and he's not there, is he? Is he in his van, do you think? The van windows
Well,
open.
windows are open, so maybe.
Okay, so we have got to the new place and just check this out. There's always one moron, isn't there? So there's parking here, designated parking spots, and clearly a van and a car fits in one, absolutely no problem. This person, a very kind person down here, has chosen to put his caravan and car, there's nobody in there by the way, I've already knocked on the door, and he's chosen to put his right in the middle of 2. So there you go. That's what you get when you're incredibly inconsiderate. He's filled 2 bays. What a moron. So we've spoken to the Shire and they've just told us to park up here temporarily, and if somebody moves we'll move, but basically we can stay here tonight. If the ranger does come and knock on our door we'll just explain. So we're actually filling bays that are car parking bays now. We've filled about 5 of them. Oh, the joys. Come to Bunbury, they said. The weather's beautiful, they said. You'll love it here. That's what they said. They were wrong. So hi and welcome to the following day. So we've moved on. We're no longer in Bunbury. To be honest, where we were parking was right on the coast. It was very, very windy. It was rainy. We were supposed to be there for 2 nights, but we've decided to move on after 1 night. So we've come back to a place called Dardanup. I'll just show you where we are. Dardanup village is just up the road there, and this is actually the community hall. And we've been here once before. Just come around the van there. There is the main entrance to the Dardanup hall, and they allow parking for 3 RVs along the front here. There is access to water and toilets, completely free, as have everything else been recently, but it's actually ideal. I'll just show you around here because it's really nice. So that's how we're parked. We're nicely away from the road, no issues, all nice and level. And there's quite an interesting reason why we've come back to Dardanup. As I say, we've been here once before, and it's funny how little things stick in your mind, isn't it? When we came here, we went to a bakery, a little cafe / bakery around the corner. I'll just show you this. So there's the loos. There is a tap just there where you can access water and fill your tanks up, and again, all free. And look at this for a lovely little kind of play area for the kids, and can walk the dog around here and everything. It's really nicely maintained as well, which is good. Amazing how nicely kept these little towns are. So anyway, back to the story. So when we came to Dardanup last time, we went to this little tiny shop / bakery. We got a pie and a cake, and it was absolutely average, no big deal at all. But what stuck in our minds is as we came out of there, we walked about 50 metres up the road, and we found a bakery that was, honestly, it was like something off a 5-star cruise ship. It was unbelievable. So as you can imagine, we felt a bit cheated. So wondering where to go when we decided that Bunbury was a bit of a flop because of the location, we said, oh, we're only 20 minutes away from Dardanup. Why don't we go back there? Do you remember that really nice bakery? So we've come back. We've gone to onto the same spot we stayed in last time on the hall there. And of course, we've been to the really nice bakery. I'll not name names or anything because that's not really fair. But we go in and it's absolutely spectacular. It took us 10 minutes to decide what we wanted. And we finished up with a pie and a cake. And frustratingly, absolutely crap. I mean, it looked really good. I had an absolutely average sausage roll. Angie had a vegetable pasty that was just pastry and no taste to it. And we had a couple of what looked like really nice Danishes. And I actually threw half of mine away. I got about halfway through it. I said, I'm not even going to eat that. It was dry, it was tasteless, it was... So it just goes to show, looks can be very deceiving. Thinking back now to the little cafe place we went to last time we was here, that we thought we'd been kind of diddled and missed out on the nice one, that was actually better. So we got it wrong once again. But there you go. So anyway, we're going to do one night here. I don't think there's any restriction on how many nights you stay here. We might even stay 2. But yeah, and then we will move on, and we're slowly working our way back towards Perth over the next few days, because if you recall, we have to get Angie back to Perth to have those stitches, staples out of her head, which she's looking forward to, because she said it's starting to tighten up a bit now. She can actually feel the staples, and last night she couldn't get comfy in bed really. Every time she put her head on the pillow, apparently it felt like the staples were digging in a bit more, which can't be nice. So I think back to the van, cup of tea time, and then maybe just a bit of chilling. Might have a read. All good. So we're just doing a bit of housekeeping this morning. We've left Dardanup and we're now in Harvey on our way back up to Perth for Angie to have her staples removed. But we have just managed to kind of secrete ourselves quite unobtrusively, he says, taking up 5 cars parking spaces in this car park, while Angie does a bit of washing. So we've found a laundrette tucked away behind a shop on the main street, and we're going to have a nice bit of lunch in the van while the washing does itself in the laundrette. I think we're on chicken wraps with leftover salad for lunch. Does that sound all right, Sid? Fancy a chicken wrap? Oh, I bet you do. Just licked his lips. So everything's stripped off and on its way to the washing machine, and the milky coffee is just about to kick off in here. So the washing and drying is done, and we've just parked the van up down one of the side streets, just have a quick walk through Harvey and show you the town centre. So this is the main road in Harvey on a quite pleasant but bit cloudy day, much like the main roads in most of these small towns. So nothing overly exciting. We're just going to have a bit of a wander and then head back to the van for a chill, and then dinner time and rinse and repeat, and do it tomorrow on our way up to Pinjarra tomorrow. That's somewhere we haven't been before, so that'll be a little bit different. Okay, so this is the showground / oval at Harvey. So I'll just give you a real quick nosy round. That over there is the man shed, which we talked about in the last video, I think. And then there's I think that's a hockey field, and you can just about make out there's some great big sports hall or something here. And over there in the distance, hang on, let's get a bit closer. There's all the cattle. I don't know what you'd call them, to be honest, for the cattle when the annual show is on. So yet again, a huge, great big expansive space. Not sure quite what's in those buildings over there, but this is the Harvey Recreational and Cultural Centre. So again, small town like Harvey, but with amazing facilities. I don't know, it's a bit gobsmacking really. Not sure what's in here. Oh, this looks like some sort of function room or something. I don't know if you can see through the glass there. Yeah, just fantastic facilities. And again, a lovely great big space. And I've just been talking to one of the groundskeepers, I think he was, and he said inside here, and I'll just give you a little peep if I can, you can just about make out that's one of 2 huge big basketball courts. Apparently there's 2 big basketball courts and a big 24/7 access gym. So it's just amazing what they've got. Anyway, back to the van, and I think we're going to have a beer. Okay, so we've left the little park up where we were last night in Harvey. We're basically just about to set off to Pinjarra, but I just thought I'd show you this interesting little hack, I suppose. We've come to fill our water tank up at the public access tap, which is just on the other side of the showground in Harvey. but initially we've just connected it up to the van, and Angie is currently showering Sid. So she's got him in the shower, the gas is turned on, so we've got hot water, so she's got a fair bit of water to give the dog a good rinse off, which he was ready for. And then as soon as we've done that, we'll top up the tanks and we'll be on our way. So we've arrived in Pinjarra, just having a little bit of a wander. We'll show you what the town's like. Well, this is quite a nice little park area, overlooking the river, quite pretty. So Pinjarra is actually on the main road. Is it the West Coast Highway, isn't it? It's on the West Coast Highway, so it's quite a busy town. Everybody is kind of passing through on the way up to Perth. We've been to that dome there, haven't we?
Have we?
Yeah, we parked the bike on the front, on the side there. Was it you and me, or was it me and Len? I can't remember. Might have been me and Len. Quite a pleasant little place, isn't it? That, on the corner there, on the right hand side of the road, is the original Pinjarra bakery in Pinjarra, which has a reputation of being rather fantastic. So we've had a little wander around Pinjarra town centre and got a few little bits of supplies, and this is the site, I don't know whether you can call it site really, that we're on tonight. It is classed as a rest area by the various apps, but it really is just almost a bit of wasteland really. Nothing special, right by the railway line. That is not the railway line there, by the way, that's kind of parked up. The railway line is just in the distance over there, but it might still be a bit noisy tonight. Anyway, it's just a stopover for one night, and then we'll move up to Jarrahdale tomorrow. So that's us there for the night. So hi and well, for shit's sake. So we're just doing a bit of housekeeping today. We've left Dardanup. Let's start that again. So this is, I'm going to do that again because I'm still not happy. Pinjarra is actually on the main road. Oh, I'll get rid of the bus.